we're actually at one of my favorite setups of all time. What we have are crop fields that way about 75 yards, crop fields that way about 150 yards, okay? Big timber, big timber. So we've got this about 225 yard wide funnel that creates an hourglass between big timber and big timber. All right, now let's take it a step further. Those fields over there are plowed in the fall. So once the farmer does the fall plowing, now I can sneak in over on that side through the farm fields morning and night, no issue whatsoever. And right back there's a creek. Okay, I can use that creek to slip up and down to access this area right here, making it very, very low impact. All right, this is going to be good just plain to begin with, simply because you got big timber, pinch point. During the rut, do you think the bucks are going like this? Obviously. All right, so now how can I make it so I can cover this? What I did is that edge, between the creek and this access road here, I went ahead, it's about, grand total, honestly, 1.5 acres. I hinge cut absolutely everything except for the really big, unsafe, or extremely high timber value trees. Absolutely and I went like this with it. Now, that is not normal for me. This is a big hinge cut area. As I often say, hinge cutting is a scalpel generally for me. Logging is my machete / chainsaw. That's where I do some big cuts. But a cut this big is actually these days very large for me, but it strips out along here, and by alternating the height, it grew up into a living salad bar that is virtually impenetrable except the nice little easy spot on this end to sit and on that end to sit, because there the deer cross like crazy. So you get all this type of stuff and you get this type of stuff with low impact access. And even better, just right up that hill right there, beyond this, honestly, it's lined up almost perfect with the scrape dripper. Up top on that hill is a failed prairie restoration project from well before I got here. They went ahead and cut out all the trees and then tried to introduce warm season native grasses. Unfortunately, they didn't bother going ahead and taking care of the invasives first, so it's all growing up an autumn. But I've went ahead and used the dozer to clear that out, so there's beautiful doe bedding right up there. And we're talking, honestly, 150 yards away from the stand, and the stand is just right over there, about 20 yards from where I stand. There's a reason that this is set up here. That stand goes ahead and has a beautiful, beautiful shot at this mock scrape. And there that deer is working that, not paying a lick of attention to you up there. Pause. Now, one last tip in this episode, and that is, I went ahead and also put another licking branch on the other side of this 2-track. Why? Because when you go ahead and create a mock scrape, make sure you have other licking branches around for the deer to take advantage of. You add all of this together, and this is just a slam dunk of a setup. If you want truly a slam dunk setup, come up with low impact access that can actually produce year-round in high odds locations, and that's exactly what we have standing here. We've got about a 220 yard funnel. I can't cover 220 yards, so what I did is I made it so that they're crossing at this end and crossing at that end. So I have a stand at this end and that end, giving me good wind directions. Okay, very, very safe winds. All right. I have low impact access by being able to use the creek as my entrance and exit point. We have does right up here. We have all sorts of does over there in that general area in the big woods. We got all sorts of does in that general area over there in the big woods. Then we go ahead and we slap in a couple mock scrapes, or a mock scrape here, a licking branch over there. You start adding it all up together, and you know what? Anytime I got a wind going like that, I can hunt that tree stand. Anytime I got a wind going like that, I can hunt that tree stand down there. Okay, so I've got, and any variations of those winds whatsoever, I can hunt dang near any wind because I manufactured the setup. Remember, you know what? It's awesome when you find such situations like this naturally, but when you don't, oftentimes you can make them, and you can make a diamond. There's a reason that I named this spot the graveyard.